Sorry, keep you waiting. Go ahead.
Hi, my question's for Matt and Karen. I really look up to you guys as actors, and I was wondering if you had any acting advice for someone who's just starting theater school like myself.
Oh. Attend. That's always good. And then, I guess, do your training, soak up everything you can, and then
read as many plays as you can.
yeah,
Read.
see as much as you
See
can.
as much theatre as you can, and I think I think so much of acting is linked to courage and about how you summon your courage, and yeah, that's a really interesting thing. Be brave. Bravery is a word. Make brave choices creatively. I mean, everyone has their own path, don't they? So
yeah.
I guess you've got to find that, but yeah, you'll figure it out for sure. It's a good luck. Good luck with it.
Hello, my name is Melody Williams, and
Yeah, cool.
thank you very much for that. My question is about the science behind the show for the director and the writer. Do you do much research? If so, who do you consult?
Yes.
Did you check out Sexy Vampire
Yes.
film before doing that?
Yeah, that's the kind of level of research. A childhood spent watching Hammer horror films, as opposed to looking. If I understood science, again, I doubt if I'd have become a writer. I mean, in a way, Stephen came up with spacey, wacy, timey, wimey. That is a kind of great cover-all thing, because I certainly don't know what I'm talking about in science-wise. But no, the research is different things. I mean, for the God Complex, I did a lot of research into Greek mythology for reasons that become apparent when you see it. And so it tends to be that kind of thing as opposed to the science stuff. The science stuff you kind of tend to explain by a weird, made-up thing. But otherwise, yeah, you research the kind of tone, in a way, of the show more than the actual science specifics, I think.
Hi. Karen, thank you for the burrito last night. And
Did you enjoy it?
It was fantastic.
Oh, good.
They handed out.
And my question is,
just to explain though, they handed out burritos after the Nerdist podcast to people who were there, and Hardwick said to make sure to say thanks to you guys. He said he forgot to. So.
Oh yeah, Chris Hartman, what a cool guy he is. Right? I love him.
Matt, when you read the bit about the Fez, did that just seem like a funny line at the time, or did you have any idea that it would be this huge thing sweeping fandom?
Fezes are sweeping fandom?
I think so. If you look around.
That's so
Oh,
funny.
fandom.
No, that's kind of one of those things that you have no idea about. I mean, all sort of testament to Stephen Moffat really for having the ingenuity to be very clever, and it's actually him that makes Fezes cool. But what's groovy about all that is that's just me bleating on to him about wanting to wear a hat. So he gave me the most stupid hat. And he reinvented it.
Isn't it? It's only on screen for a really short period of time.
Yeah, because River blows it up.
Yeah, so it's really caught on, you know.
Oh, that annoyed me. I was like, whoa, Fez! And then River blows it up.
Yeah.
Damn him. But now it's all about the Stetson. You wait, Stetson.
And bow ties?
Bow ties, cool.
I mean, of course, to be fair, Matt kind of, talking about how much Matt is like the Doctor, when we were looking for the costume, which, was a huge decision, Matt pulled the tweed jacket out of his bag and said, I think I should wear this. And then he pulled the bow tie out of his bag and we all went, no!
Yeah.
And then I went...
You went away, didn't you?
I went out
You
there
went
for a
away.
few minutes and came back and everyone was looking a bit anxious saying, show Beth, do it again, Matt. And he put the bow tie on and it just clicked. And that was Matt. He came up with it all. So if he thinks a hat's going to work, it's worth trying.
Yeah. I'll remind you of that. Hello.
My name's Lex. I'd like to ask, why did you make the sound of the TARDIS something like...
Good TARDIS sound, man.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, why?
Well, there's a reference to that in one of your early episodes, isn't there? Where you say you like that sound, and River says it's not supposed to.
Yeah. It's. I mean, you know, it's. That came long before our tenure, but Stephen reinvented it in quite a funny way. That actually the Doctor's flying it wrong, and he's leaving the brakes on, and River comes in, and that's when he's sort of screeching to a halt, and you know, so that's why it makes that sound, because brakes on. Then also it still makes that sound. So
It never change.
Yeah. You know, that's a question for a Doctor of old, I think. That's a good question. I'm going to find that out, actually. Stephen would have a good answer to that, I'm sure.
It is part of that really compelling just iconography all around the show. Just the blue box, the sound it makes.
Yeah.
The sort of things that you can go back to as touchstones that end up having so much resonance after all this.
I think basically all of that, the theme tune, the design of the Daleks, the design of the choice of the blue box is just a testimony to just the amazing people that worked on it in that first series in 1963. You know,
because it holds
proper visionary people.
Yeah, I mean that holds together. Like just BBC Radiophonic Workshop doing weird electronic music, and it's supposedly the most popular television tune of all time or something.
I mean, it's certainly up there. It's brilliant. The theme tune is
and for
brilliant.
its time as well.
Yeah.
In the 60s, that was so creative.
Hey.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
I was just wondering from everybody, why do you keep killing Rory?
Wow, that's a good question. Poor old Arthur can't be here today. He's working, which is
he's at the Globe though.
a shame. Why do we keep killing Rory?
He's kind of the Kenny of the show.
He dies really well.
Bastards, you killed.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but we keep getting him back.
Yeah.
That's what's great.
And he learns a lot every time he dies, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
You know.
And now, you know,
The guy that waited, you know, Amy couldn't not marry him after he waited 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello. I just wanted to say, I actually wear bow ties in real life, and they really are cool.
Yeah.
And so my question is for Matt and Karen. Throughout the show, or at least this last season, you had secrets for your characters that you actually had in real life as actors. And I was just curious, how does that affect your process?
I think it really helps.
Yeah.
To keep, you know, if the characters are keeping things from each other, then it helps to actually not discuss them in real life. But you know, my secret, I've still got. You still don't know it.
I know. There's something. Stephen's told Karen something about. We can't even say what it is, but.
It's so good.
What is it?
Well, she told me what it's about. I mean, I can't even say because it's really exciting.
But
She hasn't told me
Guys
the
suck.
thing that it is, and she won't tell me.
Powerful right now.
I try and get her.
This never happens.
But it's you know, that was really interesting because Alex, as River knew, and there was something interesting and frustrating about it. It's which is good because that's what I think the Doctor always wants to know the most and always does generally know the most.
Yeah.
So it was interesting from Stephen, and I hope it translated onto the screen. Good question.